Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if I'm live yet or not, but I think I am. Just a few adjustments here. Welcome to my live stream tonight. We're doing a special night of readings that involve getting messages from your spirit guides. I'll do 2 messages per person. The first message will be of a practical nature, and the second message will be of more of a spiritual nature. And the way that I will go about that is once you've come in and you've indicated you want a reading, I will ask you for the practical message to pick a number between 1 and 40, and for the spiritual message to pick a number between 1 and 21. And we'll go from there. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've done this in the past in the real world, and I really am more oriented towards growth and spirituality as far as like reading tarot for people. However, if you do have a burning question that you would like answered, you absolutely can skip the line by making a donation. I have one 10-card reading. It is a donation of $10, and you can get that by donating through my Venmo, my CashApp, Zelle, or Zelle. That is an option for you. So I just want to give a little shameless plug that I am going to be offering a subscription membership through Buy Me a Coffee, and this is a new arena for me. I am kind of learning as I go, but I wanted to share with you that it will be starting Halloween-ish, and it will be $5 a month. There's no tiers. It's $5 and you get everything. And what everything includes is information on different kinds of tarot spreads you can do, information on books and decks that you might be interested in owning, information on how to become a tarot reader or a better tarot reader. One free reading for an individual free reading a month, and one for the collective, and by the collective I mean the group members. That will be private and only accessible to the group. And if you're willing, I'm also a retired art teacher, an artist, and I really want to be able to offer on a random basis. I gotta take a drink of water because for some reason the minute I talk online, my voice goes weird. On a random basis, sending little gifts out to you through snail mail. And the first gift I'll be sending out are going to be these little gift cards or note cards. They come in this little bag. I can't remember what this is called. Organza bag. And it's just a simple little thing. It's nothing fancy. I've just made these groups of 3 little gift cards that you can write a little note in or attach it to a gift. That would be the first gift I'll be sending out. And I'll also, I just thought of this tonight, so I haven't quite figured out how to do it. But another thing that I really like to offer is I'm a collage artist, mixed media artist, so I'll probably be offering some little postcard size prints of my original artworks, and this is one of them. So just something that I can mail to you as a postcard, share with you. It would be a limited edition, so if I ever become a famous artist, you'll have an original Teresa Kimmy print. But yeah, it's just it's my way of saying thank you and my way of sharing with you the things that I love. You know, I love tarot and spirituality, and I love art. I also love gardening, but can't figure out a way to send you a garden yet. Oh my goodness, I don't know what it is about. I don't know if it's because I don't talk that much, because I live alone and I don't really get out in the world very much, but the minute I get on here, my voice starts getting weird. So, I am just kind of hanging out until my first person shows up and wants to say hi and get a reading, get a spirit guidance reading. They're free. The spirit guide guidance readings are free, but I did mention earlier on that if you wanted, you had a burning question, you wanted to ask another question, that you could do so. Skip the line, make a donation through Venmo, CashApp, or Zelle, and you can certainly do that. My nose is itching. It is storming here, so I don't anticipate losing my internet, but there might be some glitches, and I'm not sure, in the recording of this. If you come by, even if you don't participate, it would mean an awful lot to me and the channel. If you would give me a like, subscribe, all those things would be wonderful. Alright, so I want to give a shout out to my friend Sophie, who is, she has a live stream that she's doing tonight. She does, name for her YouTube channel handle is Starry-Eyed Tarot. She has recently moved and reset up her situation with her reading, so I know that her regular customers are probably very excited to see that, and I invite you to go take a look at what she has to offer. Another tarot reader that I greatly enjoy is Dove and Serpent Tarot. I don't know if he does personal readings or live streams, but I do know that he does like collective readings according to your horoscope sign, your astrological sign. And there's one other, and I just got to look here and find her name. It's like Sally Ann. Is it Sally Ann? I always get her name wrong. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to find it fairly easily in my history. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Gotta look for here's my history. Okay. Of course, going through my history is a long and involved process sometimes. But I do know that I love you. Well, where is she? I know I watched her last night. That's yesterday. Okay, it was yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, it was Sunday. Here we go. Psychic Sally Diane is her handle on YouTube. She does a free reading session along with a gentleman, I believe his name is Oliver. I don't know if that's her spouse or brother. Sunday nights. She's in Canada, I believe, and she's a delightful lady. So yeah, I encourage you to check her out as well. And blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So, what's new in my life? What's new in my life? Well, I'm getting ready to do a garage or yard sale. I don't have a garage. Coming up not next weekend, but the weekend after that. And I'm trying to like lighten my load here. I don't have a lot of stuff, but lighten my load in anticipation of possibly moving out of the country. This is possibly, emphasis on possibly. It's a big decision, and it's not one that I make lightly, but it's a way for me to generate some income in preparation for that, and also to kind of pare down what I have. I have a Taurus moon, so I tend to like all my little collections and things. But I have things of my own that need to be found better homes, and also I have stuff that people give me. And if people give me something, then I'm certainly willing to take it from them and sell it. And what else? Oh, I watched a video a few nights ago on how to make French baguettes, and I am super looking forward to trying that recipe because I do love French bread. What else can I say? But yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. I've been working on, a whole bunch of little things. I was obviously working on the gifts for my membership people. Working on a collage that has become my worst nightmare because I can't seem to make it come to a conclusion. I have my focal point, and I don't know why, but I can't find anything to settle him down into a complete piece of artwork. And what else? What have I been doing? I started watching this TV called something like The Exorcist Club or The Exorcist Squad. It's just mind candy kind of thing, but it's a group of these people from different church denominations who talk about their experiences performing exorcisms. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not one who thinks that. I don't think in terms of demons being fallen angels or Satan's minions. I think if there are demons, then they're probably egregores, which are thought forms that people put out into the world, oftentimes unintentionally. And when you do it unintentionally, when you don't understand what you're doing, these things can kind of take on a life of their own. And I think that they grow as more and more people focus on them and eventually become a separate entity. And I think that's probably, in my opinion, that's probably what we're thinking of when we think of demons. But it's interesting to watch. I had a dream about my sister last night. My sister passed away about 7 years ago. She was in my dream, and so that was nice to see her. I always feel like when I have dreams about loved ones that passed, that it's not just a dream, it's them getting in contact with me to let me know they're okay and that they're keeping tabs on me. And when we talk about our spirit guides, we're not just talking about angels, we're also talking about ancestors. People on your that are in your karmic team, I guess. There goes my voice again. I don't know what it is. But it happens. Yeah, I have had, I guess the reason why I have an interest in that is because I used to be what one would call a evangelical, kind of Pentecostal bent Christian. And so the acknowledgement of the spiritual realm is very strong in that particular branch of Christianity. And there was a point in my life where I thought that dealing with demonic forces would be something that would be a big part of my life. And I was like, no, thank you. If the offer was being made, I definitely politely declined. But I do like helping people, and I like giving people the support they need in their lives. I really feel like sometimes you're honest, and sometimes honesty is can seem really hard and harsh. I mean, I can be the mean mommy who tells you how it is, but generally speaking, I think it's important that we are gentle with other people. We don't know where they're at or where they're going. and we have to be be sensitive to that. All right, so I'm just going to hang out here for a minute, and I've been on for about 10 minutes. We'll see if anyone comes. If they do, then we'll do those spirit guide readings. If they don't, then we'll probably hang out only for about an hour before we go ahead and say goodnight. And I'm going to look over here. But I do know that I love you. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I have yet to figure out how to read something on my phone while watching the screen so I don't miss anyone coming in. I kind of wish this software, and maybe it doesn't, I just don't know how. I kind of wish this software would like make a ping when someone comes in the room so I know they're there. I should check out and see if there's a way to do that. Extracted. I have, at least till the end of the month, I have Kindle Unlimited. I don't know how I accidentally bought a month of it, but I did. And I've just downloaded Matthew Perry's biography. And that's what I'm reading tonight. If you're just coming in, the queue is open. We are doing questions, asking our spirit team for advice. Hi, Sky. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Are you interested in getting a message from your spirit guides, ancestors, angels? If so, the first message we're going to go after is just a practical message. So if you'll pick a number between 1 and 40, I will let you know what that message is. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. All right. Just give me a number between 1 and 40. 29. So the way I'm doing this is I'm just going to count to the 29th card, and that's going to be your message. So that's why I'm asking for the number. All right, 29th card is the 7 of Wands. So the information that they're giving you with this card is saying that you are strong and ready to deal with any kind of thing that comes your way. You are the king of the hill. If you've ever played that game, you're on the top of your game. You're on top of the hill. Oh, absolutely, Starshine. And they are very proud of you for that. So that is your practical message. Now, Sky, we're going to do your more spiritual message. Pick a number between 1 and 22. So, Sky, a number between 1 and 22. And Starshine, I'm putting you on right now. You'll be right after Sky. 11. Whoop, got it backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so whoop. That's not what I wanted. I got the wrong deck here. Where'd it go? There it is. Sorry. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and your message is the Two of Swords. Two Swords. It wants you to be calm, even though you don't see the whole picture. Just soothe yourself, calm yourself. They are watching out for you. You're never alone. All right. Starshine, let me get reorganized here, and then you'll be up. I hate when I have things organized and then I unorganize them because I'm so good at that. It's like my gift. So the way we're doing this, Starshine, is thank you, Sky. I'm gonna get a practical piece of advice and a more spiritual piece of advice. And with the practical piece of advice, what I'll ask you to do is to pick a number between 1 and 40. So if you want to go ahead and pick that number right now, we'll start your reading. Oh, great! I'm glad, Sky. I'll probably be doing this on a semi-regular basis because I really like giving those spiritual messages. $35. Okay. I'm still straightening up the mess I've made here. All right. Those go there. This goes here. We're going to pick the number 35 for your practical message. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And you got the 6 of Cups. So this is asking you to make sure that you're reaching out to and taking care of those that are in your family and good friends you've had for a long time, and kind of reminiscing, kind of maybe hang out and reminisce about the good times, reminisce about how it was when you were growing up. I think that you'll get a lot of emotional fulfillment from that this week. So that is your practical advice. Reach out to some family and friends. And now, if you will, I'd like you to pick a number between 1 and 21. And we'll get your spiritual advice. $18. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. Okay, and your spiritual advice is the Tower. They're telling you take a good look at what you're doing. You might be a little bit off track on what your spiritual contract is in this world. And you might see a major reset to get you back on track. So do a little reflection. Make sure that you are staying true to your goals and true to who you really are and what you really want out of life. All right. That is your spiritual message for tonight's Starshine. Thank you so much for letting me do that with you. And that is, you probably will see it later if you watch the review, but I talked a little bit about memberships, and one of the things I want to do with my membership is like make little gifts for people. Well, you're welcome, honey. And the first gift I'll probably send out is a postcard of a piece of original artwork that I made. And another gift that I made, just a little thing that I'll be sending out to my new members on the membership, is just some little gift cards. Come in a little organza bag. And right now I just posted a second blog post on Buy Me a Coffee. It's in my, if you look on the post for my group, you'll see the link for it. That's part of the free section. That's not, you don't need a membership to read those. And I just talked about the different layers of tarot spreads. I feel like I should do this for some reason. I appreciate y'all coming in. How are you guys doing tonight? What are you up to? You staying out of trouble? You know, it's so funny. When I was first talking at the beginning of this, my throat was really fighting me. And then once you all came in, I started reading for you, my throat got better. So I don't know if that means anything or not. We had some pretty stormy weather here earlier this evening, and it was thundering a little bit a minute ago, but I think it's going to be okay. I am reading the biography that Matthew Perry put out before he passed away in my Kindle Unlimited right now. What are you reading? If anything. You can put down in the comments, let me know. Oh, that's good, yeah. There's a person, I can't think of the name of her podcast. She does a podcast. Her name is Susie, I think Susie Wang. And she does a podcast really speaking to people who do tarot reading for a living. But she made a comment that not that long ago where she said the tarot cards are never wrong. That it's either the reader has read them wrong, or I don't know how she put it, but I thought it was interesting because even if you have like a specific question and it doesn't seem to answer your question, it's always a good idea to make notes or even record your reading, because that doesn't mean that information isn't relevant to your life. You say you're doing better, which implies things weren't going so well for you, and I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, that's a good idea. It really is. I'm going to take a little sip here. I think that tarot is certainly a very unique system, but there are definitely many others. And really, I think that if you live a more introspective life also, that brings a lot of clarity. I think that if there was one skill that I wish I could develop more, it would be meditation, like formally meditating. I'm pretty good at keeping my mind clear and being in the present moment, but I certainly would like to develop a more formal meditation routine. Now I'm noticing Nightbot just put up, this is just generally for everybody, Nightbot just put up that full readings are $10, and I only have one kind of reading. I don't know how to break it up into tiers. It's $10 for a full reading. And although I'm focusing on the free readings as spirit guide messages, if you want to skip the line because you have a burning question, you can certainly donate through Venmo, CashApp, or Zelle. Have you ever meditated, Sky? I'm looking at my spelling here. Did I spell guidance wrong? I have a feeling I did. I really like the meditation I have done is I really like the meditations where you have a mantra, where you have a chant, as opposed to, I don't like, I don't do well with the ones where you're, what's the word, like you're visualizing, you walk through a door and you see a garden and a gnome walks up to you and says whatever. The right place and the time to do it. The time to do it, that's the hard part, isn't it? There is a little booklet that this would have been back in probably the 80s, because I think it was before I was married, called Tyranny of the Urgent. And there's been other versions of this by different authors, but I read it back when I was just out of high school. And though it has a Christian bent, but the message is great, because it says that the things that are important are not usually urgent, and the things that are urgent are not usually important. So I think that there is a need for us to be aware of that and make sure that we put the important things first, even though they may not be the urgent things. But when you're doing everything you can just to survive, it's hard. But I do like the meditations where you chant. So there's I'm probably going to butcher this, so apologies to people from who speak Hindi, because I think this is Hindi. Om Mani Padme Om is a chant I like to do. Yeah, it really is. It's important it's like with saving money. The advice is you should put your savings aside first and then spend what's left. Easier said than done, right? Because I don't know about you, but for me, there is not a whole lot of money left over to save once I've paid all my bills. So to have the discipline to say, really you're putting yourself, you're saying I'm important and my needs matter. When you save money to take care of your future and your emergencies, you're basically saying I love myself and I'm going to make myself a priority. And I try and remind myself of that. I think a lot of different people, but as a cis woman, I feel like I tend not to make myself a priority. I think it's kind of a cultural thing where I come from. But it's changing. I'll be 64 in March, so I'm of a different mindset than those who came after me, my son's age group and younger. So maybe those folks will do more for themselves. Another thing that you don't think about with regard to money is preparing for when you can no longer work. It's important to make sure that you're preparing for that, because you don't think about when you're young, but it's when you're young that you can make the most headway in that regard. Yeah, it is definitely the right balance. I personally, and it's a personality trait of mine, um, I have a hard time saving money. Like, I have a hard time having that vision. Yes, it's only $5 this month, but having the vision that soon that $5 will be 10 and 15 or whatever it is, having the long view on things. Well, because I was raised, what it was implied, if not actually said, that, you get married and someone takes care of all that for you. And that's nice if that happens, but that anything can happen in your life, that can change that. Yeah, there is. You're right, Sky. You can't like go without any pleasure in life just to save money. There has to be a balance. I I have had that discussion with some partners in my life that were like, "Oh, we can't go on vacation. We can't go get our hair done or whatever because, well, my partner wouldn't get their hair done or their nails done, but you know what I mean, because." But that again is it urgent or is it important? And as you pointed out, self-care is important. Savings is important because it's taking care of yourself. So what's not important? Maybe we look at it the other way. Instead of looking at like what is important, we think at what isn't important. What other people think of us. Whether or not we get everything absolutely perfect and right all the time, I would say that's not an important thing. Washing the dishes. uh, I mean, it is eventually important. I mean, eventually you have to wash the dishes, but it's an urgent thing, but is it an important thing? It's not. But some folks, I was married to a person like that, where that sort of thing was more important than, showing love for each other. Yeah. The worries, the tyranny of those things. But to have the be able to reflect and determine, whether or not that thing, why do I feel that way about that thing? Is my viewpoint skewed in some way because of the way I was raised or the way my environment is? What do I worry about? I find that generally I worry about my health sometimes because, mostly because of my age. And when I say my health, what I mean is that I'm worried that I'm going to fall and break a hip, or I worry. There are things that are just part of aging that are normal, but I notice them and they worry me sometimes. I don't have a lot of money, but I don't really worry about money unless there isn't enough to pay the bills. Yeah, it does change. I I don't worry. I don't know if I ever worried about my appearance. That's probably like a problem, but I don't really care about whether people like the way I look or what I'm wearing. I've never really been that way, but now even more so. I don't feel restricted by whatever the standard is out there in the world. I probably look like a crazy lady walking down the street, but I don't care. I think that really is about. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think I worry about being, I say that, but I have a really strong sense of guilt, so I tend to take responsibility for things that are not my responsibility. So I guess that's kind of a worry. Well, that mindset comes after, more than 3 decades of living, so there you go. More than 3? What am I saying? More than 6 decades of living. It's not an attitude I had when I was younger. And you really need to, and I think that it's a blessing if when you're younger, you realize these things rather than when you're older, because you can get a lot more out of your life, in my humble opinion. That's a good question. There are those who take a point of view that being very empathetic is because you've been exposed to a lot of trauma. That deep empathy comes from trauma. You've had to learn how to read people because you were not safe. So I would say that I don't know that. Hey, Annabelle. Let me hold that thought, Sky. Annabelle, what I'm doing is I'm doing spirit guide answers. I'm getting messages from spirit guides on a practical level and also a spiritual level. But if you have a specific question, like it looks like you do, you can donate via Venmo or CashApp for $10, and I can do a full reading for you. So Annabelle, if you're looking for a message from your spirit guides, which is what I'm doing tonight, on the practical one, I just need you to pick a number between 1 and 40. So while Annabelle's thinking about that, I'm going to say that I'd probably say that I'm more of a because empathetic, I don't know, it feels like the wrong word to me, because I don't like go around like sensing how everyone feels, and adjusting accordingly. But that may be an experience thing too. That may be something that I did earlier on when I was younger, but now I have a better boundary. I would say, like, and also some words are very triggering, like I would say I'm sensitive, but in my society, sensitive means like your feelings get hurt real easy, but that's not what I mean. It's actually quite the opposite. Sensitive is just like I'm just aware of what's going on around me. I'm aware of the energies around me. And sometimes that means, being able to look at a person and know who they are, know who they are. Literally be able to pick up on their core of who they are. Okay, great, hon. I understand that, Annabelle, trust me. Okay. Okay, now just pick one of those numbers for me, if you will. I don't want to pick it for you. Just let your choose one for yourself. Whatever just like the number I want to pick is, and then just the first number that pops into your head. Seven. All right. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, your practical advice. You have the Ace of Wands. So there is an opportunity to start something new. It's very fiery energy, so it's definitely something where you're putting yourself out there. You're being assertive. With the fire, we have a lot of charisma and charm working in our favor. And I would also say to keep in mind with fire that in order for something to be created with fire, something must be destroyed. Fire needs fuel in order to survive. So make sure that you're providing the fuel in order to move forward and accomplish that goal. And make sure that you're aware that something needs to pass away in order for you to accomplish that goal. All right, so now I'm going to give you your more spiritual message. If you will pick a number between 1 and 21. You're welcome, Sky. Hope to see you again soon. $14. All right, Annabelle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, interesting. You have the Fool. So when we look at the Fool, we're looking at someone who is striking out into the world with complete innocence and purity of heart. They might be they're not aware maybe of the trials and tribulations that come from going out into the world and trying something new, but they definitely have the enthusiasm and energy to do it. So I think with that Ace of Wands, you are looking at an opportunity. I think your spirit guides are really encouraging you to take a chance and really go out there and do the thing. Go out there and start the thing. Annabelle, I hope that works for you. The next time I understand the whole thing about having your bank account overdrawn, believe me. But if you find yourself wanting to get a full reading later on, I usually am on Wednesdays and Fridays doing live streams, and I also do them privately as well. And I also have a membership that I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm pitching all this to you. I don't mean to pitch you. I'm not a salesperson, unfortunately. I wish I were, but I'm not very good at sales type stuff. So it looks like, just based on your reading, Annabelle, that you might have something exciting coming your way, or exciting opportunity. Just have to reach out and grab it. I like your name, by the way. Is that your actual name, Annabelle Cousins? I don't even know if you're still here. If I'm talking to myself, that's okay. I was going to put this out there since I mentioned it. I was thinking about it. Okay, great. Hi, Samantha. I like your name anyway, Annabelle. I'm very well. How are you, Samantha? Samantha, I'm doing spirit guide messages, a practical message and a spiritual message. You're actually on the list. I just finished up my last one. What I'd like you to do for your practical message is pick a number between 1 and 40. So whenever you're ready, Samantha, just put the number down between 1 and 40, and we'll do your practical spirit guide message first. Number 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. I by donation I am. So if you my donation amount is $10 for a full reading. If you have another question and you'd like to do that, that's fine. But meanwhile, your advice from your spirit guides as far as practical matters is the 9 of Wands. And they just want to give you some encouragement that you've accomplished a lot. Like maybe you don't feel like you have, but like all these wands here that are lined up, these are all goals that you've met for yourself, all things that you've overcome and succeeded in. So that's a wonderful message as far as the practical of it. They are saying that reflection is good moving forward, because this person is kind of reflecting on all their battles that they've won and determining, kind of taking a little break, but also kind of figuring out where to go next. So that is your practical message. Now we want to look at your spiritual message. Pick a number between 1 and 21. Five. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, you got the moon. So the spiritual message is that there are some things that are kind of lurking in the shadows for you. They're just letting you know that be prepared for surprises. Usually a lot of times this has to do with other people in your life that maybe you thought they were one way but they actually were another way. But it is a path, so the message here is definitely like part of your path is kind of exploring those unknown and unseen things in your life and bringing them into the light. So that is your spiritual message. Thank you so much, Samantha. I hope that that was helpful for you. That certainly is my goal. If you want a reading on a specific question, we can do it now, or if you want to do it later, that's fine, or whatever works for you. I am glad. I'll be on Wednesday and Friday night. Good, I'm glad. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just the messenger, I guess. Wednesday and Friday nights usually I'm on if you find that you want to do a reading on a specific question of yours. And you can also do one privately by contacting me at inthegardentarot at gmail.com. Just putting that out for you if you decide. I do a weekly, like for the collective, messages for the week ahead. That's a pick a card. that you might want to check out. That's a pre-recorded one. What did I do with my... kind of looking for my phone here. What did I do with my phone? My phone is under the bed. No? Oh, it's not under the bed. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Hey, Di. Give me 1 second, Di. I'm reading Samantha's message. My spirits want to help me with other schedule at work. I work just 4 hours a day. There is a chance that I have another schedule. Okay, Samantha, so I'm happy to answer that. As soon as I see your... let me know which one of those money transfers you want to put your donation on, Venmo or CashApp or Zelle, and then we can get that squared away. Di, I'm offering free spirit guide messages, a practical message and a spiritual message. What I'd like you to do, Di, in order to get you started, is I would like you to pick a number between 1 and 40. That must be frustrating, Samantha. Yes, Di, pick a number between 1 and 40. 21. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, interesting. So the first kind of thing of a practical nature that comes up is the 7 of Swords. Your guides are warning you to watch out for treachery. A lot of times with this, it could be someone like pulling the wool over your eyes, or like telling you something in order to make you go a certain way, but they're not really looking out for your best interest. So you do have to be cautious this week and really listen to what other people are saying and doing, and make sure that they are being genuine and they are definitely looking out for what's best for you. So that's your practical. Now what I'd like you to do is give me a number between 1 and 21 so I can give you your spiritual message. Traumfrau. I like your name, Di. Traumfrau. I know Frau is woman. So Di, if you want your spiritual message, give me a number 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, the Lovers. So the Lovers card, I'm just going to look at it on its basic thing. They are definitely telling you to connect with your partner. Maybe do something that is going to bring you closer together. If there has been an argument, which there may have been because that's 7 of Swords, it's time to compromise and find common ground with those people or that person. If you don't have a romantic partner, this can be any partnership that is close, where you need to see eye to eye. So that is your spiritual message. connect and find common ground. I hope that helps. I hope that's useful. Oh dear. You said the guy you liked has blocked you. Maybe that's not the guy for you. If you want to explore that topic further, we can do a full reading there. I charge $10 donation for a full reading. It's 10 cards, and you can do that with either CashApp or Venmo or Zelle. Let me know if you'd like to do that, and I can give you my handles for the whichever one you would like to use. Oh, I'm great. Okay. That's encouraging then. Maybe you guys can work it out. Great. My next live is going to be on Wednesday. And if you want to up your game, Friday is always, I also have a Wednesday and Friday are the times I'm usually live, and I also do them privately. If you want to send me an email at inthegardentarot@gmail.com, we can set that up for a pre-recorded. But as far as like romance, Friday is a good time to ask questions about romance, because Friday is ruled by Venus. Thank you for subscribing and liking. That always helps. What I'm doing is I'm giving messages from spirit guides, Saren. So if you would like a message from a spirit guide, I do a practical one and a spiritual one. For the practical one, I just need you to give me a number between 1 and 40. If you'd like to have a specific question answered, you can skip the line and make a donation of $10 through Venmo, CashApp, or Zelle, and then I can do a reading on a specific question. But if you just want the spiritual guidance, give me a number between 1 and 40. That's absolutely no problem, Di. No worries at all. Number 35. I like your little, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, your practical advice is that be generous to others this week, and they will be generous to you. You can be the receiver or the giver of generosity this week. By being generous with your time and resources, you spread love and you spread connection and community, and that is always something that we like to see. So I hope that you receive some monetary help from someone, and I hope that you pass along, what do they call it? I can't remember the expression though. Pass along the good fortune that you will have today to others. Maybe volunteer. Okay, so the next one is more of a spiritual message. So if you'll pick a number between 1 and 21. Let's see. That's good. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. So the spiritual message is, don't be, it looks like when we look at the Nine of Swords, we're looking at literally nightmares and distress of some sort. So I think what they're saying is that try to shake it off, whatever those things that might be coming your way that are bringing you distress. Just keep in mind that they're with you, that your ancestors are with you to support you, and also keep in mind that sometimes those distressing things have lessons for us. So it's not all about punishing you and making you miserable. Sometimes it's about you seeing something in a different way and gaining some wisdom from it. So when those hard things come your way, make sure that you are able to take a step back and see what wisdom you can gain from that experience. All right. That is it, my friend. And then if you want the other reading, you're certainly welcome to that. You just have to let me know whether you want to use Zelle or CashApp or whatever, or do it another time. And I'll let you know the information and we can go ahead and do that. You're welcome, my friend. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. I'll be back on Wednesday night and Friday night as far as live streams. take a little moment while we have a little quiet room right now to let everyone know that I did just post a new post on my Buy a Coffee website, and if you look at my post on my YouTube channel, there's a link to that. I try and do a weekly blog on tarot, all things tarot, but I also have a membership that I am starting up also on Buy Me a Coffee that will be coming up in the end of October, and the monthly membership is $5 a month. And what you get with that is you get one personal reading, you get one reading for the collective for the month. You also get information on different kinds of card spreads you can do, different exercises you can do to improve your tarot reading, book and deck reviews, all this stuff a lot of people do. But kind of the special sauce of mine is that I'm also a crafter and an artist, and if you're willing, you don't have to, if you're willing to give me your mailing information, I will be sending out randomly little gifts. One of my first gifts that I'll be sending out will be a postcard print of one of my artworks. This is a photo collage that I made not that long ago. This is a print of it, so if I ever become a famous mixed media person, you'll have a signed copy of one of my prints. Another thing that will be coming out as one of the little gifts I'll send out is these little gift cards that I made. It's a set of 3. They'll come in this little Gorganza bag, and you can write little notes and give them to your friends or put them on gifts. Do whatever you want to do with them. That is one of the things that I am also working on sending out. Today I added 3 different kinds of 3-card spreads you can use. Hey, Di. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm not offended by that because I actually am a grandma. I'll be 64 in March. And I have 4 grandchildren. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Oh, that's very kind of you. You made me laugh tonight. I appreciate that. I have a grandma vibe. I think I'll put that on my business card. So, are you German? Because it looks like German that you've got for your name here. Die the something woman. I don't know what Traum means. No, you didn't offend me, not at all. Hi, Latoya. I am doing readings from your guides, please. Our guides, it's not just any message. We're seeking messages that's for guidance. So what I would like you to do, please tell me a number between 1 and 40 so I can give you your practical message, and then I'll do a spiritual message as well. So Latoya, you are up. Dream Woman, the Dream Woman. What a great name. The Dream Woman. I don't speak German, by the way, but I mean, it looks like German to me. So whenever you're ready, Latoya, give me a number between 1 and 40. You know, Di, I was watching John Oliver last week tonight, and he talked about a very, very well-loved German children's puppet character. His name is Bread, like black bread or hard bread or something like that. And I guess his like famous line is "My life is hell" or something like that. I thought that was funny. Have you heard of that? Okay, let's see. So, absolutely, hon, you can do that, Di. 29, Latoya, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29. Okay, the cards you received, Latoya, is the Three of Pentacles. So the advice here is that you're going to be working hard on a project, possibly with others. Definitely a team project usually, but something where you have expertise and skill and you have a lot to offer. So that is your... Girl, too late, girl. Thank you, Di. So definitely working on a project. We're going to take the first number, hun. Okay, now Latoya, I would like you to give me a number between 1 and 21 for your spiritual message. D. So it's Die Traumfrau. Die Traumfrau. Die Traumfrau. So Latoya, if you'll give me a number between 1 and 21, I will do your spiritual message. Why can't you sleep, Dee? Traumfrau. Maybe it's Die Traumfrau. From my American perspective, what I find amusing about that children's show is that a children's show has a character that says my life is hell. Latoya, you're not done yet. You still need to pick a number. There we go. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, the Hermit. The Hermit. So it's kind of funny because it kind of goes in opposition to your practical advice. So what are we talking about when we're talking about the Hermit? Spiritually speaking, you are a seeker and you are looking for something more. So I don't know whether that means that you're looking, I don't think it's you're looking for something more, maybe as far as a job, but you're definitely looking for a deeper sense of meaning in your life. And the spirit guides are encouraging you to continue to do that. So that's what I would say the spiritual message is here with the Hermit. You know what? Dee, that does make sense to me. That does make sense. And they say that fairy tales are meant to be scary because they're meant to teach children valuable lessons about, the world, how the world is. I'm so glad. I'm glad, Latoya. Latoya, I hope that helped. It was good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, but I've slept several times, so maybe not. I think what Dee, what it is that having the word hell is the sticky part. We're very uptight about things like that, at least on our airways in the United States. Yeah, teach us morals. You're welcome, Latoya. It's good to see you. Thanks for the hug. I spent a little time in Germany many years ago when I was 18. Oh, that's great, Latoya. I went on after I graduated from high school, which was in 1980, I went on a European tour thing. And I went to, where did I go? That's Austria. I want to say Heidelberg. I went to Heidelberg. I went to Berlin before it was unified. What we can do is if you want to send me I can give you my email. And you can, when you're ready, you can just send the donation, and then I can record an answer to your question. Yeah, you know what? It was a long time ago. I'm trying to think of where else I went, and I know I went more places than that. I really liked, we call them French fries here in the United States, but they had the best potatoes, fried potatoes. That's what I remember most about Germany. I don't drink, or I was only 18 at the time, so I didn't drink. It was illegal back then. It was illegal for me in my country. Yeah, I haven't been on as much. I'm still. It's a long time. It's a long story, Latoya, but I'm trying to like kind of change things up a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. I really can't do it in that way. Yeah, pommes frites. Pommes frites. So I remember. I know you do, but for me, you gotta remember. You gotta remember, I was a young and innocent 18-year-old just out of high school, and where I live, you have to be 21 to drink. Yeah, we went to a few beer gardens. I remember that, and the people that I was with, because it was a tour group, they drank a lot. I'm trying to remember what else we did. It feels like I went to other places in Germany, but that's the only thing that pops up. We went to France and Germany, and we went to the Netherlands, Austria, Italy, Spain. You're welcome, hon. I hope you do get some sleep. I try this. I don't know if it works, but it was given as advice for sleep not that recently. When you're laying in bed and your eyes are closed, if you, behind your closed eyes, just look back and forth like this, apparently that'll help you fall asleep like within 5 minutes. So give that a try. It was nice to meet you, Dream Woman. I hope to see you again. Latoya, I think I don't know if you're still here, Latoya. Yeah, give it a try. I've never really had trouble sleep. Every once in a while, but I've never really had trouble sleeping. I just can't. Apparently, I'm lazy and I like to sleep. But now that I'm older, what I am finding out is that I tend to stay up. Like, for example, last night I went to bed at 2 in the morning this morning, and I woke up at 11 o'clock in the morning this morning. So that's not necessarily healthy, but it's an age thing, I guess. Or maybe it's a retired thing. Like, I don't have to get up and go to work. I have pretty vivid dreams too. I wondered, with the name like Dream Woman, do you dream a lot? Do you have a lot of vivid dreams? Latoya, I don't know if you're still here, but you heard that was my phone that dinged because I keep getting these like text messages from some mysterious phone number that doesn't exist that says, "What are you doing tonight?" Things like that. So that's what came on. It went ding. So I have to turn off my dinger. we are doing free readings, our spiritual guidance from your spirit guides and ancestors. I do two different interactions. I have a practical deck and I have a spiritual deck. So if you would like to get a free reading, to get a message from your spirit guides, just let me know. And we can go ahead and get started. The way that I'm doing that is I'm asking you to pick a number, and then I'm just going to go through the deck of cards, and whatever number you pick, that's the card that has the message for you. Die Traumfrau. Where is my, there it is. I'm looking at the clock. I've been on for about an hour and a half. I will be on at least another 30 minutes, more or less. It kind of depends on how things go as far as people coming in and wanting readings. I think I was in the middle of mentioning that I have a new post on my Buy Me a Coffee site. There's a link for that in a post here on my YouTube page if you'd like to read it. Memberships will be opening at the end of next month. They're $5 a month, and that $5 gets you one free personal reading, as well as a few other delicious goodies. Figuratively delicious. I won't be sending you any baked goods. I am not on every day of the week. I'm on 2 or 3 days a week. Because I am retired, and I think I've talked about this with another person that comes in, anything that starts feeling like a job, I'm not feeling that anymore. I'm not working anymore, but I do so enjoy interacting with folks here and helping and giving people the help that hopefully something that's helping them and benefiting them. This is one of my passions. I'm also a mixed media artist, and I also enjoy gardening. I'm single, but I am a grandparent. I have 4 grandchildren, 2 boys and 2 girls. Single and not looking to mingle at all. I live almost smack dab in the middle of the United States in West Tennessee. Although I grew up in Southern California, my extended family is from this part of Tennessee. And about more than 20 years ago, I moved to Tennessee to be closer to my family from Texas. I was living in Texas. I lived in China about 2 years. I taught in China because my official paid for living job, my career was I was a teacher, a high school teacher. And after I got done with my high school teaching career, I went and taught in China for a couple of years, taught English as a second language. And I'm currently considering leaving the country again to just go someplace where I can live more comfortably on the income I have. I know there are a lot of Americans who are moving to foreign countries, and they have more wealth than I do, and so they're kind of getting a bad rap because people are saying you're raising the price of everything by moving here. Trust me, I get that totally. But not all of us are that well off. Not all of us are coming to your country and buying, $100,000 homes or things like that. Wow, that was just like a random thing for me to talk about. I ought to make it like I end the live when I run out of tea. That seems like a good measure of things. Oh, dropped my phone. All right, it looks like things have quieted down, so I'll go ahead and draw this live stream to an end. I should be back on tomorrow night. I probably will not be offering free readings. We shall see. I don't know. We shall see. But I'll probably be on tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, I do have a love reading schedule for Friday night, where I'll be doing some very brief love readings. And yeah, check out my other stuff. Check out my posts and my pre-recorded messages. And I hope to thank you for coming. It was always nice to have you here, and I hope to see you again very soon.